In the snowdrift-studded silence of the northern woods, 16-year-old Leah crouched behind a shattered cedar, clutching her battered flashlight. The wind howled like a banshee, its icy fingers threatening to pierce her hide. She had come here hoping for adventure, maybe a story to share back home, something heroic. But now, chills ran deeper than the cold, and her heart hammered in her chest like a drum of doom. 3 nights ago, Leah's friends had dared her to camp alone in the forest, near the old, abandoned research station. It was supposed to be a joke, a test of bravery. But after surviving a night of whispers carried by the wind and glimpsing shadowy shapes at the edge of her vision, Leah realized this was no joke. Something unseen and deadly lurked in these woods. It started with strange sounds. Twigs snapping under heavy weight, guttural growls echoing through the trees. Then came the tracks. Huge, uneven prints that resembled human footsteps, but with elongated toes and claw marks. Their scent was metallic, almost coppery, like blood spilled anew. It was unmistakable. Something unnatural had crossed into their world, and it wasn't human. Leah's mind raced through stories her grandfather used to tell about Wendigos, sinister spirits born from greed and hunger, cursed to roam the forests, forever craving flesh. They were said to be tall and gaunt, their skin stretched tight over bones, eyes hollow, glowing with a sickly yellow hue. And once you saw one, it never left your nightmares. Her flashlight flickered and went dead. Panic surged through her. She fumbled the switch, eyes darting through the darkness. The moon was hidden behind thick clouds, plunging her into total blackness. She knew she had to move, to get away fast, but her legs refused to obey. Then she saw it. An enormous figure looming just beyond the trees, silhouetted against the faint glow of distant stars. The creature was grotesque. A towering, emaciated figure with elongated limbs and a head like a cracked skull, its mouth agape revealing jagged teeth that looked too large for its face. Its eyes burned with a sickly yellow light. It moved with a lurch, like a wounded animal, yet somehow predatory. Leah's breath hitched as she recognized the shape. It resembled the descriptions of the Wendigo, the cursed spirit she had heard about in stories. A primal instinct took over. Leah turned and sprinted, echoes of its growls chasing her through the woods. Branches clawed at her clothing, and snow stung her cheeks. She could hear the creature, silent but heavy, stalking just behind her, its footsteps crunching softly in the snow, relentless. As she neared the old research station, she saw her chance. An unlocked door, rusted but sturdy enough to offer shelter. She threw herself inside, slamming the door shut behind her. Inside, it was a dark, abandoned mess. Beakers shattered on the floor, papers scattered and weathered by time. But it was safe, for now. Leah pressed her back against the wall, trying to steady her trembling frame. She could still hear the creature outside, sniffing, growling, pawing at the door as if trying to find a way in. Her mind scrambled for a way out, for anything. She remembered a story her grandfather told about Wendigos being bound by ceremonies and symbols. Maybe if she could find some kind of relic or symbol within the station, she could ward it off. Suddenly, a faint glow emanated from the corner, an old, rusted talisman hanging from a nail on the wall. It looked like an animal skull with red paint smeared across the eye sockets. She remembered that her grandfather used to say such objects could keep evil spirits at bay if properly blessed. Without hesitation, she reached out and snatched it, clutching it tightly. She could still hear the creature scratching and snarling outside, but as she held the talisman in her hands, the growling began to fade, replaced by an eerie silence. Her heart pounded so fiercely she thought it might burst from her chest. Then, she saw it. A shadowy figure seeping through the cracks in the doorway, hunched and terrifying. Its eyes glowed brighter, hungry and desperate. Leah's hands trembled as she pressed the talisman against her chest, her voice trembling as she remembered her grandfather's words. Invoke the old words, and the Wendigo will be bound. Speak the truth, face the beast, and it will falter. Gathering every ounce of courage, she summoned her voice to shout against the darkness, reciting the ancient words she remembered from his stories. By fire, by rain, I bind thee in this domain. Leave this place, Wendigo, cursed and cursed again. The creature screeched, a sound like nails on glass, and for a moment, it halted, as if reconsidering. Leah felt a strange warmth flicker within her, a religious fervor that contrasted with the icy dread outside. The beast snarled and recoiled, retreating into the shadows, its form dissolving like mist under the dawn. When the first light of dawn seeped through the cracks, Leah dared to open her eyes. Outside, the woods were eerily silent. She stepped cautiously outside the station, trembling but alive. The tracks were gone. The creature was vanishing, its curse broken, or so she hoped. But as she turned to leave, her eye caught a faint glow under the snow. A fragment of bone, polished and marked with strange symbols, glinting in the morning light. Leah hesitated, her instincts telling her some things aren't easily defeated. Some curses linger in the woods, waiting for the next foolish soul to wander too close. And somewhere deep beneath the earth, a bone-rattling growl echoed softly, reminding her that the Wendigo was never truly gone.